I be trying to walk through the door, but I can't. Drop a fucking bomb. I be trying to walk through the door, but I can't. This shit is legendary, chat. Shit is fucking legendary, man. Your boy is a different breed, man. I already know this though. Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna handle some business over here real quick. There's a part I think in 1 minute where I remember looking at it and being like, oh, when I react to this shit, I'm gonna go in on that part. So yeah, I'll probably hear it, but you feel me? You know the fucking vibe. Y'all better get used to this shit. You feel me? You know the vibe. You know how we be coming on stream. Let's go ahead and press play, baby. After 2 hours of talking my shit. Fucking go.
Of their control.
It's not just the ability to fight or the will to fight. I think what me and Andrew embody that a lot of people don't quite understand is, what would you fight for? You know, a lot of people who maybe are trained, are smart, can shoot, can fight, they're not a threat because they don't have an ideology that they're willing to defend. And I think that when I say, I gave this example to your husband, who I love, by the way, quick shout out, pure bromance. I love that guy. I was talking to him earlier and I said, I'm worried right now. I'm worried, genuinely. Not about these new charges and these cases. This doesn't scare me, but I'm worried.
I was just going to stay because I remember this is exactly close to where the part. So I'm just going to stay real quick until I say my little piece about this part.
Worried they're going to hit Andrew with a charge for inciting riots. And I'm worried about how I'm going to get myself put in jail with him. I might just have to incite some riots myself if they charge him with this. I'm worried about how I can get into jail to be there with him. So it's not just the ability to fight and the ability to be masculine and to be a masculine man. It's giving people something to fight for. Your family, your ideology, your church, your religion. That's what they try and strip from everybody. Because a willingness to fight is far more scary than an ability to fight. I say this to my friends.
That was it right there, chat. That was the fucking bomb right there. Let's run it back and let's drop the fucking bomb.
Because a willingness to fight is far more scary than an ability to fight. I say this to my friends. Some of my friends are not professional fighters.
Tristan Tate hit it on the fucking nail here, man. It's not about, are you the toughest guy, all this shit. You feel me? To be down with the real killers. To be down with the real goats of the world. You feel me? You just can't be bitch made. You gotta be willing to fight. I love how he says that. I love how he says that. That shit is fire. It's 100% the truth, bro. As long as you don't bitch out, you feel me? Everybody's fallible. Nobody's perfect. There's always going to be somebody bigger. There's always going to be somebody tougher. Always going to be somebody who's more trained. Always going to be somebody who has a bigger weapon. You're never going to be the toughest, baddest person in the world. There's always going to be somebody badder than you. You feel me? There's always going to be somebody tougher. Everybody takes their L's. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. But what's not okay is to be completely fucking bitch.
Stupid.
Yeah. That's completely not tolerated. You're going to have to get up from around here if that's how you
Shut your damn mouth.
You feel me? We don't rock with that. If it's people who won't fight at all, like I don't relate. I don't even understand that.
Brother,
I don't get how
What's that, brother?
How could you possibly be so bitch made?
Shut up, bitch.
Like you won't even fight. You won't even like protect yourself. You're gonna let people disrespect you. You're gonna let somebody just beat you up. What if that person is crazy and they knock you out and you don't try? Like they could kill you after when you unconscious. You just gonna let them do that? The fuck? We're not even gonna try to fight at all. Yeah, that's when that friendship gets ended right there. fact. That's a fact, bro. Cause when it's time, you feel me? Niggas gotta be down, son. There's no coming back from that shit. You feel me? Ain't no coming back from that shit. You gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to fucking fight. You.
Get over here!
So I love that he said that, and this reminded me of a lesson that my father gave me. Speaking of my father, that I would just talk about my dad and how nobody can tell me what to do, because not even the only person who has that right, my parents, I don't listen to them. So I ain't listening to nobody outside of them. You feel me? You bumped your fucking head if you thought that was the case. You feel me? So the point was, my dad gave me this lesson back in the day. See, I always been a smaller guy, you feel me? So people always thought, and this is how I became such a fighter, you feel me? Because my dad put that dog in me, you feel me? I love you, Father. Thank you, Father. Love you, Father. Thank you, Father. And this is why it's actually important to have father figures. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the type of shit that fathers do. You feel me? This shit is not a conspiracy. It's real life. Now that's a fact. So I remember people would try me and shit like that. I would go home to my dad and I'd be like, Dad, this happened. What do I do? And my dad would be like, what you mean? If he does that again, if he puts his hands on you, or if he, yeah, only, they would always tell me, like, only if he puts his hand on you. I would just tell them, like, oh, this person's, like, talking shit type shit. And then he like, yeah, that's fine, you feel me, whatever. But if he puts his hands on you or he takes it too far, like, if he puts, that was the thing. You feel me? If they put their hands on you first, you got to handle business. And I was like, but he's much bigger than me. What? My dad was like, I don't give a fuck. My dad's like, I don't give a fuck how big he is. You need to make sure, like, you know what you do? My dad is, I love my dad, bro. So my dad tells me, if he's big as hell, sneak the shit out of him, pretty much. Be like, you feel me? You're in their face, they're in your face, they're arguing, whatever. And I did this shit before too. They're arguing, whatever, they're in your face, and then he like, you just look away like this, boom, still they ass, right? That's what they call it in Trenton, actually. My dad calls it sneak them. That's some OG shit. That's like the OG thing to say. And then like the South Jersey type shit, Trenton, Philly, probably steal somebody. It's the same thing, like sneak somebody or sucker punch, which that's not really a sucker punch, because if you're in somebody's face and you're acting crazy and chaotic, you feel me? You're asking for
Get over here!
So that's not a sucker punch. If it's getting to that level, like, are you just gonna wait until the person puts their hands on you first? No. Are you gonna say, like, and put your hands up slowly and say, I'm about to punch you right now, you should probably protect yourself or get out the way? No. That's not how chess works, the game of life. Chess is a game of war. Life is reflective of chess. You ain't gonna fucking do that, you feel me? So there's nothing wrong with that. I would never call it a sucker punch, but that's like the white term for it, I would say. Yo, that's funny. But for real, I was thinking like different ways to say it. Sucker punch is how some people would probably say, or like sneak is how like the old heads would say, or like in Trenton or like Ewing, you feel me? Or Philly, you would say steal. Like I stole him. I stole off on him. I just stole the nigga. He was talking crazy. He was in my face. I stole him. Like, I'm about to steal you. You feel me? So, yeah, my dad told me that. And he told me, like, but I'm like, what if, you feel me? He's like, it doesn't even matter if you lose the fight. Because I'm like, what if he eats that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But, like, I did this one time. Like, maybe it was after that. But I remember asking him at some point, like, yeah. And then he's like, it doesn't matter. Even if you lose, if you punch somebody in the face, this is the most realest, truest shit. And this is exactly why Tristan Tate is saying what he's saying. This is why it's important that your homie's always willing to fight. Because my dad told me this, because it's not, you're not going to be always able to fucking beat everybody. So my dad told me that if somebody's like trying you, picking on you, right? And they're getting to that point, like where you think you're gonna have to fight. Where I was obviously coming to him, and he was telling me, and then I'm like being all worried, being a little kid. Oh, but what happens if da da da? Like when you're a little boy, you're pretty much like a little girl. You feel me? Kinda. You're a little more wild. Little boys are like more wild and shit. But like you're still soft. You still don't have the dog in you. You might have like the spark of it. You might like fall and get right back up and shit like that, not cry as much, little shit like that. But you still got that childlike innocence. You feel me? You still have the child pureness to you. You feel me? And part of being a man is that hardness, and it's kind of it comes from wisdom and bad experiences that give you that takes away from your purity a little bit, for you to be able to channel, to tap into the coldness, to tap into that animal, to tap into that dog. You feel me? To take shit there. You feel me? That's something that comes later on. So my dad was teaching me how to do. My dad was showing me how to fucking have that dog in you. Goddamn it, drop a fucking bomb. Facts. So yeah, he told me one thing that I always remember the rest of my life. He said, nobody likes getting punched in the face. And if you punch somebody in the face, if it's a bully or somebody who's like a lot bigger than you and they can beat your ass, let's say they're older than you, bigger than you, they can fight more, they fucking train boxing, whatever the fuck, right? And they're picking on you, they're bullying you, they're trying to make you a fucking victim, and you're not with that shit. And you said, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna sneak you, I don't care. You think this is gonna be easy one? And then they beat your ass or whatever, but like you snuck them hard as fuck in the beginning. You got the one punch off. All it takes is one good punch in the nose specifically. You punch somebody in the nose really hard, they will always fucking remember you for the rest of their fucking life. And next time they pass you, next time they think about bullying you, guess what? That memory is gonna be implanted into their fucking brain. They're gonna have that. That's not even conscious. Subconsciously, that moment of them getting punched in their fucking nose, this is like animalistic nature. If you ever get attacked by some pit bulls or like any animal, if you punch it in the snout, that's what will make it. Pit bulls, they lock onto you. But if you punch a pit bull in the nose hard enough in the snout, they will whimper and go away. They'll like, whatever the fuck. You know when dogs get hurt and they turn into like a little bitch really, really fast? That's exactly what they'll do, and they'll go away, right? This is animalistic. This is animals. Even sharks, I've heard. Bro, honestly, that sounds crazy as fuck. But for real, I've heard that multiple times. If it's a shark situation, what you do is your best bet, punch the shark as hard as you can in the fucking nose, bro. On God. It's actually crazy, but that's true. Go search that shit up. I'm dead honest. It's a universal thing, bro. I'm giving y'all universal knowledge here. Like, I be making it jokes, fun, you feel me? Like talking with the way that I talk, you feel me? Shit like that. But don't get it twisted. This is some universal knowledge going on here. Let me tell you something. Jesus used to be with the prostitutes and the trappers and the drug dealers and the scammers. You feel me? Because that was the people who needed the help. You feel me? And Jesus didn't come like a other king, like all full of gold and all that shit. Like he came like in a way that was related to them. So then they was comfortable being around him, and then they felt the presence of God throughout. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So don't judge a book by its cover, because this is universal, serious fucking knowledge here. I'm telling you. But this applies from humans to fucking sharks, and it's important. The reason why Tristan Tate is making this point of that you need your homies. The homies that you have around you, the people you have around you, they always got to be willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being a professional fighter like them, kickboxer like them, or being the fucking toughest, hardest person. But you better fucking be willing to fucking put that work in when it comes time to do what you got to do. You got to have that dog in you at the end of the day, because that situation is gonna happen in not that situation. In multiple situations in life, you're gonna have that same dog in you. Just like when you need to fight, well, Well, sometimes life got hands, and you need to fucking fight. You need to fucking fight that fight. So yeah, so my dad told me, like, trust me, if you punch somebody in the nose hard as fuck, right? They are going to remember that shit, and they will think twice next time before they try you. They're gonna think twice, even if they beat your ass after that. This is the most powerful fucking message. I'm telling you, it seems so simple, but this is so powerful. Like, for real, this is life shit for real. And that's why he's saying it. And when I heard that part, because I watched this earlier today, and I was like, damn, facts. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna react to that part. You feel me? Most times I'll watch shit fresh, but sometimes I'll see it and I can't help myself, and I'll just start watching it while I'm doing other shit in the background or whatever. But I'll still be like, you feel me? I need to squeeze every last bit of value out of that bitch and get a reaction out of it too. So I'll run it back. You feel me? Just to get the reactions and to talk about the parts that I knew. Sometimes it's fresh. Sometimes it's just I need to share the sauce again. You feel me? With you guys. But yeah, man. So when he said that part, it really hit me, and I really felt that, because that lesson that my dad taught me, and I understand the truth of that for real. Like, that's a difference maker, and it applies universally throughout life. You feel me? So yeah, man. I expect nothing less from Tristan Tate. He's a fucking GOAT. Multi. Oh shit, it broke. 100 millionaire or whatever the fuck. Like, you know what the fuck he's talking about for sure. For sure, him and Andrew are definitely GOATs, and they definitely been speaking the truth out like crazy. Like, getting themselves in trouble because the truth they speak and shit like that, going against the narrative, going against those people. See, they don't never say that. They don't never say it though like that. Some people really say it, but they just say the Matrix and shit like that. But we know who they're talking about. They're talking about those people.